In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to model a balcony in Revit as a family. So I've seen this really interesting project for social housing in Izola, and I thought the building looks amazing and the balconies look really cool. So I thought, how do you model something like that in Revit? And my best approach would be to model it as a family. So I'm going to be showing you the exact steps. Now quickly, before we jump into Revit, I would just like to ask you to check out my website, balkanarchitect.com. I'm going to link it up in the cards above and then also down in the description of this video. If you're serious about mastering Revit, that's definitely the best place to be. We are an Autodesk authorized training center and we offer over 150 hours of content dedicated to all of the interesting and complex topics inside of Revit. Now, without any further ado, let's jump straight into Revit. And here we are in Revit. As you can see, I already have this building, so it's basically just a few floors and walls, and I just need this for referencing the dimensions. So I know that the floor that I have been using is a 300 millimeter floor, so that's going to be my kind of thickness of the construction. And then also for the levels, here I can see the levels are about 3,000 millimeters apart exactly. So I'm just going to be using that information. Now let's start modeling these balconies. Okay, so to get started, let's go here to the File menu and then go to New and pick Family. Here I'm just going to go one step back to pick out the metric templates. And this is a really important part of the process where you need to figure out which template you want to use. Now this is a balcony, so we can go with generic, we can go with wall-based, we can go with door-based, for example, but I chose window because it does have an included window, and also it has a balcony door, which also kind of acts in as a window, so I think the window will make most sense. So I'm just going to pick out this family template and hit open, and this is what we get. Now I'm just going to open up the exterior elevation, and here we can see we have this one single opening. So when you hover over it, you hit the tab key once and it's going to say opening cut, and this is what we're going to be modifying. Now also I'm just going to get rid of these reference planes and parameters. So in most cases you do want to use those parameters, but here, because I'm trying to save time and make this tutorial not be a 3-hour masterclass, I'm going to not make it parametric for this demonstration. So anyways, once we have gotten rid of all of that, I'm also going to expand this window down, or this wall down, because we want to fit another window below this. Okay, so now the next step is going to be to actually select this opening. So again, you hover over it, hit the tab key once, you select it, you go to Edit Sketch. And now I'm just going to bring this all the way down. For the height, let's go with 2,200 millimeters. Oops, not that way. So this one. Okay, then for the width, I'm going to go with, let's go with 1,600. Yeah, I think this will be large enough. Okay, you can get rid of this. And then I'm just going to move it kind of out of the way like that. Okay, so once we have this, I'm just going to copy this. So just go here to copy and then copy it from here all the way here to the center. Now we're going to have a bit of an overlap, which is okay. I'm just going to hit the escape key only once. So this is going to be highlighted still. So then I'm just going to go to the move tool and just move it down 300 millimeters. So now these are kind of offset by half, and then the distance here is 300 millimeters. And if you remember, 300 millimeters is the thickness of the floor construction. So that's why I chose that. And then for this bottom one, I'm just going to make it a bit smaller. So let's make it 1800 like that, because this isn't a balcony door. It's just a window that starts from a windowsill and goes all the way up to the ceiling. So we can even go with 1600. Okay, perfect. Now when I hit finish, you can see we have these two openings. Okay, now moving forward, let's start modeling the balcony. So for that, I'm just going to go here to the left or right side, so it really doesn't matter. You can pick which one you want to use, and now you just start sketching basically. So here I'm just going to go here to create, and then let's actually go back down to reference level. Here I just want to add a reference plane, so I'm just going to go here to reference plane and just place one here and call this one balcony side. Okay, so once we have that in place, I can go back to left, I can go to create, extrusion, and then pick the plane. So go to set work plane and pick that balcony side. Click OK, and now we can get started. So we want to go towards the exterior, and then I'm just going to go like this from the top, kind of try to figure out the angle. So actually, let's see about, yeah, let's actually go from the bottom. I think it would make more sense. So yeah, let's go from the bottom like that to the bottom of this floor. So I can just do kind of a test line like this, or just a temporary line. Okay, that makes sense. Then I want to go up, but how much do you want to go up? Well, I actually want to go and make this a kind of the balcony railing. So 700 is a bit too low, so let's go with 900, just like that. Okay, I can now delete this one, also this one. And now I just need to connect this up here, and that would make the perfect shape. Okay, perfect. I've just closed it, and then I can hit finish. Now let's go to reference level. Okay, it's going the other way, so let's go like this and set this to -50, for example. Yeah, this works perfectly. And now when we open up the 3D view, we can see that this is what we have. Okay, so now I'm just going to copy this to the other side. So go to reference level, go to copy, and then copy it here. And let's unconstrain it and go, I think, to here or to here. I think it's up to here. Let's see. Go to the 3D. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so once we have this in place, now we can move forward with the other parts of this structure. So we want to close off this bottom portion next to the window. So for that, I'm just going to go here to create, extrusion, and now we're having fun. We can work in the 3D view. So I'm just going to go pick a plane, pick this plane, use pick lines to quickly pick out these lines. Just like, actually, let's go up to here. Yeah. So pick this one. Yeah, just like that. Hit the escape key a couple of times, and then just use trim and extend to corner to fix it all up. Just like that. Hit finish, and then extend it. Oops, not there. So you just want to extend. What am I doing? Okay, so it's this one here. Extend it there. Perfect. Okay, then we need the part you're actually standing on for the balcony. So let's do that. Create, extrusion, and then we can just do this as a rectangle from here to here. Finish, and then extend. Of course, if you're doing this for a real project, you would add way more detail here, but this is just a fun, quick demonstration, so we're going to be sticking to the basics. Okay, moving forward, we now need a shape on this side, so I'm actually going to just go to create, extrusion, set work plane, and then go to pick a plane, and then pick this plane here. Then I'm just going to use pick lines like that, and then let's do an offset of 50 millimeters, and just repeat that. Switch to lines, but remove the offset, of course, and then you just want to close this one here, and this one here, just like that. And finally, just use trim and extend to corner to fix it all up. Now we're going to hit finish and then extend it all the way to the door there. Perfect. Okay, this is starting to look really, really good. I just want to add a small segment here on top. So for that, let's go to create, extrusion, and then go with pick a plane, and just like that, and use pick lines like this. And then we're just going to close it off here and just make that perpendicular. Perfect. And then just trim and extend to corner to fix it all up and hit finish. Now we can extend this to the other side just like that. And then of course you can do that here if you want. I'm not going to. I think it looks great already like this. Now we need to join all of this together. So I'm just going to go here to join geometry and then check on multiple join, and then just start adding elements to this. So just like that. Okay, and now this is all joined. You can see now it's a single element. Of course, you can still select the individual ones, but overall it's forming a single element, and we can use that to apply a material. So this, I think, has some sort of a wood material. So let's search for wood, and I think it's something darker, a bit reddish. Maybe something like this could work. Apply, okay, and there we go. So now we even have a material set to this. Oops, do we? Oh, I didn't load in the material. There we go. Now the material has been set. Okay, I'm just going to go back to hidden line because it's a bit easier for me to work this way. Now we want to also add the railing. So for the railing, I would just go here to create extrusion, and then go with pick a plane, and then pick this one, and just do a small rectangle like that. So for the width, I think 60 millimeters is more than enough, and like this, I think it should go like 10. Perfect. Extend that to the other side, just like that. Okay, and now for the vertical parts, let's go to reference level. So this is the railing top. Then let's go to create extrusion, then go with rectangle, and just make a small rectangle here. So just like that, make it 10 millimeters. I think that should work. Move it about 100 millimeters, and then copy it a few times. Again, I'm just going to copy it 100 millimeters a few times. Now I'm just going to select these, go to copy, select this side, and then it's just going to make it a bit quicker for me to copy them to the other side. Of course, you can use the array, but I just don't want to complicate this any further. So let's hit finish, go to the 3D view, extend this up, and connect it with this one, just like that, and then just use join geometry to join these together, and then use the tab key to select the entire system, and then let's apply the material, which will be some steel material, I think. We can go with this iron, for example. That could work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have the railing, we have the entire shape. We can also add those shades or blinds that are part of this project. I think those look really cool. So I'm just going to create those as quick little extrusions. So set work plane, pick a plane, and pick this side. Use pick lines, and then go and do something like that. And then just cap it off here perpendicularly, like that. Trim and extend to corner, fix it up, and then of course we're going to be reducing the size of this. Yeah, make it 20, for example, like that. Extend it a little bit. Perfect. So we have that one up there, and then let's do another one down here. So create extrusion, pick a plane, and pick this plane. As you can see, you're just kind of repeating the tools, and it's very straightforward. Let's do let's go with a 20 millimeter offset here, just like that. Go down 2 lines, make it perpendicular. Perfect. Trim and extend to corner, fix it up. Okay, so this one we kind of want to move towards the inside, so I can just move it like that. So that's 20 millimeters inside, and then we can extend it a little bit. Perfect. Hit finish. So we have the blinds for the bottom one, just like that. And then let's apply just different colors. So this one on top, I want something, let's say green. Okay, so we have this material. Obviously this wouldn't be plastic, or maybe it would, I don't know, but let's just make it green. And this one, let's make it red. So I'm just going to search for red. Okay, let's make it aluminum. Okay, perfect. And now let's see just what does this look like in realistic. Okay, this looks really, really cool. Now, of course, we can add the windows if we want. I'm just going to keep it without, just to kind of keep it simple, and I don't want this tutorial to go on for way too long. So anyways, now let's just quickly save it. So I'm going to save it on my desktop, and let's call it the balcony family. Now I'm just going to hit save, there we go, and let's load it into the project. And here we just need to align it with the levels. Now don't worry if you miss out of the gate, but in this case I guess I didn't. There we go. So we have now successfully modeled this in Revit, and it's looking really, really good. And of course, what we can do is now we can copy this. So that's the whole point. And then if you make any changes to these families, the changes will apply to all of these. And you can make multiple family types. You can make it parametric. You can make some instance parameters, and so on and so forth. Now, if you would like to explore in depth all of the powerful tools and features and all of the interesting and complex workflows for creating those parametric families, I show all of this in our family editor course. So that's available on balkanarchitect.com. The link will be up in the cards above and then also down in the description of this video. Also, if you would like to get this family downloaded and use it for your own projects, you can find all of my projects on my Patreon page. Link is up in the cards above and also down in the description of this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to check out my website, balkanarchitect.com, for more Revit courses. There I have over 120 hours of content, and I'm adding more each week. Make sure to subscribe for more videos, and also I've added a video over there that might interest you as well.